Welcome back. This is Guido72 and I am back with 3 Point Park. That's right, I said I'm back with 3 Point Park. It's been a while since I've been on. Almost about a year, I guess it's been. But what a way to come back, you know, with a victory against a pretty good clan, OneHive 2.0. And yeah, so I'm pretty excited about that. This was a random war actually that took place. We just trying to get warmed up, get back in the swing of things. 3 Point Park is, well, Clan War League that 3 Point Park is in, has been on a bit of vacation because of the holidays. So just need to get back in the swing of things, get, you know, some good competition going on, get some practice with the new updates. Those loons, they're the shit right now. Hopefully they stick around for a while. A couple of those traps, those freeze traps that's been integrated now, some people have put them into their bases, some have not, but they do make a difference, and it's awesome to see those used. The Ice Wizard, yeah, we're actually in one of those Ice Wizard weeks, and that gets also some play in some of these attacks. But again, let's go back to this particular war, 3 Point against OneHive 2.0, and we did come out victorious. It would have been a little bit more than it was, but our final threes, our final Town Hall 11s, our last 3 attacks, me included, kind of woofed on it. After we saw we had the win, we kind of woofed on our last 3 attacks. So it should have been an 84 to probably 79, because I think once they saw they lost 2, they just stopped 2. I'm just assuming, you know, I'm not really putting something in their mouth. But how we took care of business was we took care of all our 9s, which they did as well. They actually did great on their 9s. They cleaned up our 9s, I believe, in like the first 10 hours of the war. And but it's up top where they struggled. The 10s, the 10v10s, 10v11s, and the 11v10s. You know, the dips. Their dips. They struggled on their dips. We struggled on our Town Hall 9s. But we end up having to dip some 10s down to 9s, clean those up, and still had enough 9s to do some scoutings on the 10s for the 11s to go ahead and take care of their dips. We had some awesome 2 stars from our 10s on our 11s to get those 2 stars. Now I know some of you are going to say, hey, the new update, we've been seeing a lot of 11v11 3 stars. That's great. You know, a lot of us have been on vacation. We haven't had time to actually get good practice with those, and that's what this is for. So we will be getting those 11v11s once we get a little acclimated to some of these updates. But anywho, let's get into some of the attacks. I'm actually going to start off with a dip attack from Shenanigan. I would call this a dip, but it's not necessarily a dip because it is an 11v11. He just doesn't happen to have his Eagle Artillery. But Shen, he's a great attacker any hoot, and he goes ahead and takes care of this. He does this with, I'm told this is called the bitch attack. Bowlers and witches. So he drops a couple giants on the corners, followed by bowlers and witches to go ahead and create that funnel on the outside, because the objective is to get your heroes and the main push of bowlers and witches to go straight through the core. Drops a jump spell to enter that main junction, poison spell, and then just as he wanted, all those bowlers with his Archer Queen, his Grand Warden, which he's about to pop that ability. There he goes, just to make sure he finishes off that clan castle and has enough push to get through those infernos. Drops a rage. And now something I've noticed though with this attack is it tends to fizzle once it gets through the core. Typically where a lot of bombs are going through all those infernos and whatnot, there goes that one freeze trap. It tends to fizzle out. But what I also have noticed with this attack style is that your heroes tend to be up, you know, for the most part. And I mean, sometimes you see both the Archer Queen and Barbarian King like not touched going through this entire thing, which is awesome. And it allows, you know, once you take out most of the defense, if you got your Archer Queen and Barbarian King and even your Warden still up with a few tanky troops, like these witches here, you're going to clean up the rest of these defenses, and that's exactly what happened in this one. Still got two witches, about 4 or 5 bowlers, just tanking for his archer queen, and she's just going to walk through and just pick off the rest of these defenses, no problem. And gets a 3-star for the good guys. Stealing from PB with that line. Yeah, this was awesome. We were very happy to actually get a good clan on a random. You know, just to start getting that practice in before, like I said, CWL kicks back in. So, yeah, and there he goes, finishes off. 3-star. Alright, so the next attack, I'm going to start showing some, we're going to come back to some of these dip attacks that we had from our 11s. But I'm going to get into some of the Town Hall 9-on-9 attacks. And this one from Cat Daddy, Gato Papi. I like this one. This one actually includes some of the Ice Wizard, using the Ice Wizard in here. So he's going to, and this is mostly, he brought 7 baby dragons, and that's the object of this particular attack, is to take down the air defenses, all these air defenses that are located throughout the base. He wants his main group. He got his 3 golems, and he's going to come in with his heroes and the Ice Wizard and a few other wizards to push through this core here, take these particular air defenses out, and so that he can follow it up with his baby dragons to clean up the rest of the base. You get those dragons loose, baby dragons loose with no air defense, or I mean even against archer towers. They're pretty tanky. They got some pretty good DPS, so yeah, you get those in there, and they just start wrecking stuff once they get those air defenses down. Out comes the clan castle. Those annoying goblins, which tend to get ahead of the main clan castle troops. Pretty sneaky, you know, to distract while the baby dragon takes out. That's a pretty good CC. So as these air defenses are going down, you're going to see Gato starts dropping his baby dragons. He's just going to start sprinkling them throughout the outer ring of the base. He has 1 air defense left, got a sweeper he wants to take care of, and an expo. But he has a golem still alive, his king still alive, a few bowlers. They're going to go ahead and trip that bomb, and his queen. And she's going to take out that last air defense down there. Now, yeah, you still got some splash damage, but that's not too bad against baby dragons. Maybe against loons, but not against the baby dragon. Didn't get that air sweeper down. It's a little annoying, but you know, he has plenty of troops now left on the board. Still hasn't even deployed his last 2 baby dragons, and they're just, the rest of us now is just going to overwhelm the rest of this base. I'm going to go ahead and speed this up a little bit. Go ahead and drop those out. Still has a wizard. Just drop that wizard for a little cleanup. And that was it. Great attack though. Great strategy. GP, are you with me? Oh yeah, we having fun. We ain't going nowhere. Gato Papi. Josh was the next one. Gato got another 3. Josh was another one I liked. There we go. Let's get some action here on Josh. Josh is going to do a lava loon. And I believe he even gets a swag heal on top of the OneHive clan castle. So he drops his baby dragon on the north side. 12 o'clock starts that funnel with those trash buildings on the outside, and then he's going to come in with his heroes, and the objective is just to take out that archer queen and deal with the clan castle. That's his main objective with his heroes. His barbarian king starts walking, but that's okay. You know, the main objective was to get that queen down since he's coming in with air, and that's what his friendly queen does. So he comes in now with his lava loon portion of it, deploys his hound and his haste, and it's about to be over. These balloons now, after the update, are awesome. As long as you can keep them moving pretty fast through the base with those haste spells or rage, you can easily overwhelm a Town Hall 9 base with 3 to 4 hounds with no air defenses taken down. You know, as long as you take care of that queen and the clan castle, if you can keep your balloons moving through the base, yeah. Look, he still has 3 hounds, I believe, pops into one of those freeze traps. I told you about those freeze traps. They're awesome though. Hopefully Supercell keeps them in. Still got another air defense to go again, but look, he finally drops his CC hound. He has 3 hounds. 3 hounds sitting on that air defense. Hopefully, there we go. We start popping some hounds so he can get some cleanup troops. Now that, I'm glad I showed this one as far as Josh, because I mean, bringing rage is awesome. Sometimes you gotta use rage to get through a lot of like Tesla farms or whatnot. But hastes are pretty much more ideal now, just to keep the balloons moving through the base, because those rages will get things torn up too fast, and then your hounds won't pop, and then you won't have nothing for cleanup, which results in your balloons slowly going around the base to clean up, and then you run out of time. Luckily, he had enough hounds pop. I forget the time on this, but I believe he still had plenty of time left over. Even though his hounds didn't pop, he still had plenty of cleanup time left over. But this is the way to go now, man. I mean, hogs are awesome. Any way you get your 3s. But yeah, right now, while this update is in effect, you know, move over to the balloons. There goes it. Right on top of the 2.0. Remember that game between Philly and Dallas when T.O. jumped on the star? Yeah, disrespect. There we go. no, it's all good fun. All good fun. We're very glad, like I said, that we got a good competitive clan to start warming up against. Thank you, OneHive, for taking it serious as well. Next one, the Queen of 3 Point Park. I believe she comes in with an arrow as well. Yeah, she's going to come in with an air attack as well. Again, starts off with the baby dragon for funnel. I love baby dragons, especially at Town Hall 9s. Going to start working on those as well for my 11. But I love baby dragons. Like I said, if you get those air defenses down, they'll just straight destroy a Town Hall 9 base. So anywho, takes her time with her funnel. Make sure that I believe some of her bowlers are going to walk on this though, but took a great funnel though to make sure that her heroes go in and take care of that CC. This one had a double baby dragon, so it kind of held up her queen a little bit, you know. Yeah, and didn't quite. She took out, I believe, one of those Teslas, but there's a Tesla farm up north here, but it's not going to be a problem. Like I said, you're going to see the power of these balloons. She brings 4 haste spells. She used a couple spells to keep her kill squad alive going through, dealing with the CC, but now the rest are just haste spells. So use haste to quickly engage that first air defense. You have one last air defense over here. 2 hounds about to soak up all that air. Good God, yeah, there you go. Soak up all those air traps. And still got another hound left. Use again haste. Hopefully she's going to get another haste to get up to that. There you go. Another haste is going to get her up north towards this heavy area up here. That sweeper is becoming a bit of a problem, but like those loons, once they reach the target, they immediately start dropping. So if you can have a group of them, you know, moving through these targets, a group of them will take defenses down like nothing now. I mean, one single one, that first drop will get them, you know, get attacked pretty good, but then, you know, that second drop is much more delayed. So you still need a group of balloons to be attacking certain defenses. Again, still OP like a mug. Queen representing. 18 on 18. Town Hall 9 versus Town Hall 9. I know she's loving these loons from what I hear. Alright, great job, Queen. Let's get through. Who else we got? A couple more. Let's show a couple more of these Town Hall 9s. Turk, yeah, there we go. We have Pilot. That was a dip. Yeah. Let's show Turk. Turk had some pretty good attacks as well. Yeah, Turk also coming in with the air. Forgive me for my minimalization here. Now this is going to be a pretty wide funnel, I believe, that's created here. Yeah, drops a golem here, and then he's going to start using his ice wizards. Now this wasn't a really good example of the ice wizards. I'm going to come back to those because quite a few people still use those ice wizards. Very good. Ice wizards actually go for defenses primarily. And what they do is when they attack a defense, they slow down the attack rate of that defense. and which a lot of people like, and they're hoping that Supercell actually makes that a permanent thing into the game. Something that you can actually upgrade. Or whatnot. I see some uses in it, especially those freeze traps. I like the freeze traps. So Turk comes in, pushes hard into the base with his heroes and those bowlers, and then now he's coming in with his lava loon. Like the nice spread on the of the loons of the hounds to that first air defense. Again, taking his time. You haste into the first AD if you can, and hopefully these loons get there, because you do want your hounds to pop, but you need them to tank too. But see, on this one, his hound was his loons were a little slow getting to that first air defense, so he lost a lot of pups on those first two hounds that popped. But still, don't matter. Brought some back end loons to distract that one wizard tower, while the rest of his group takes care of the next wizard tower, and that's it. Just that fast. I mean, like I said, he still has enough hounds from those. I mean, enough pups from those hounds that pop to clean up top. He still has this queen in the middle. She's redecorating her walls down here, taking out a wall, and yeah, that's it. Awesome attack, Turk. Been seeing him during practices. They're gonna freeze. Been seeing him doing, some friendly challenges and stuff. He's a very awesome attacker. Yeah. Let me speed that up. Another 3 for the good guys. And let's keep it moving. I'm actually going to go up top because, I mean, we won this war, like I said, down in the 9s. A lot of people think the 9s are irrelevant, when it comes to clan wars, and they're not. Yeah, that was another nice attack. Oh, let me show this one, because this one, like I said, it shows a good use of the wizard, the ice wizard. How you make sure when you're using the ice wizard, you actually have a tank in front of it that goes for defenses also, and so that the tank is in front enough to tank for the wizards that are going to come behind it and slow down those defenses. So Furzin starts up top with a giant healer tanking so that the queen can snipe from behind those giants. And on the south, check out the golems going straight for those defenses. He allows time for the golem to absorb that, and then here comes the ice wizards. Yeah, and they're going ahead and slowing down those defenses while the wizards and golem take it out. Great use. They're getting good value right there. About to hit those archer towers. Look how, check it out. It's pretty nice. So he creates a very wide funnel so that his main kill squad and his queen got slowed down. I'm telling you, that's the effectiveness of those freeze traps. If you caught the queen, you might need to rewind, but the queen up top got slowed down by a freeze trap, and that caused the healers to switch to the giants, and then the queen ended up dying instead of continuing her walk south. But it mattered not. What's in the core now is bowlers, king, valkyries, and a P.E.K.K.A, ground troops. And what's in the CC, enemy CC, is a hound. Now he has a couple trailing wizards chasing that CC hound, but what's in the enemy CC is a hound, and with those ground troops, it doesn't matter. They're not paying it any attention, and so they're just going to go ahead and wipe through the rest of this. I'm going to speed this up. Straight OP attack. Even has a poison left over. Swag poison on top of the Dallas Star. Great attack first. Like I said, it was one down here in the 9s. Like I said, we had to dip. They took care of our 9s and had to use tried to use a lot of their 9 attacks and 10 attacks up top, but that's where they struggled at. And I'm actually going to show a couple of our dip attacks. I won't highlight mine. I'm not going to be that vain. A couple of our dip attacks. I showed that one from Shen. Let's show Josh. Yeah, show you how OP these air attacks are. So he comes in with his queen, a mini queen walk. He only brought one healer for the queen because there was only going to be one point defense, the way he planned it, 1 point defense on the archer queen at a time, because he had giants coming in the tank and he had his king coming in the tank while the queen picks it off. And the queen's objective in this is basically to just take out that one air defense. So the king, you know, hopefully the king was you know, trying to get in and take care of Expo, maybe knock out these 2 archer towers, but it mattered not. So in come the hounds and hastes to them. Now this attack was kind of broken up, but this just shows the patience and skill of Josh's attacks. He started losing hounds all over the place, you know, but he waited patient, and like I said, if you keep haste spells, you keep those balloons just moving through the base, air can really overwhelm stuff. So the balloons at the bottom had to go back for these these wizard towers. Here in comes his last hound, just to, you know, hopefully get those balloons, get enough tank for those balloons to get into that air defense. Is going to pop just before it gets there, but plenty of loons still to get to that inferno. Got 1 wizard tower, which is doing some serious damage on that group of balloons, but now we just have 3 archer towers. There go that freeze trap. Just missed his loons. Hound finally pops, and now we have just enough loons to take out those archer towers. Enough pups have popped now to go ahead and work on his cleanup. And there's another thing to point out. The CC hounds. That's going to change, I'm sure. That meta's going to change. Usually, you know, you were loving to put hounds in the CC because we were having ground attacks, and it would slow down the queen and hopefully get the queen taken out, you know, by other defenses while she was slowed down. Well, now that's an Achilles. When they can see that you have a hound in the CC, you know, you can pretty much ignore it and go ahead and do your lava loon. And lava loon is very powerful. Hopefully we're going to get well enough where we can actually start doing some 11 on 11s with these air attacks while they're lasting, while they're good. Wanted to show another one. Apollo. This he did a I believe a bitch attack. Well, I'm sorry, that's what they're calling it now. I'm just repeating what I was told. Like I said, we won in the trenches. We won. We did the same strategy. We seem to be following the same strategy, but we won up top. Yeah, here comes Apollo, and that's the strategy. Drop a giant, then the bowlers, a giant to start tanking for the bowlers, then the bowlers and witches to funnel on the outside so that your main bowlers and witches and heroes can run up the gut and take everything out in the gut. He's including a few ice wizards in on this attack as well. Couple jumps to get him in through the core. Poison for the CC. Gonna heal back up his troops. He popped his warden ability to get through that, start pushing through that main core again. He's got all those Teslas, but with those witches under rage and the bowlers under rage, yeah, it's just wrecking shit now. Again, like I said before, they typically get to the core and then start fizzling out. He has 2 pocket balloons in. Once that air defense goes down, he's going to start bringing it in to start helping his troops with some of these defenses. Hopefully, maybe get to that inferno. No, still hasn't deployed the loon, but he still has his queen ability. There he goes. He has his queen ability still available, and she didn't even need it to take out that air defense. I mean that inferno tower. Still has, look at queen full health, warden full health. King, you know, King was in there tanking. He got beat up a little bit, but look at how many witches still left on the board. Got the loon tanking for the wizard tower. Wizard towers can be pretty dangerous for them witches. But he's got all this tanking now out in front of these bowlers, archer queen, and warden. So that's enough to take out the rest of these defenses. Something I'll start working on. That bitch attack. help someone with low king to compete a little bit. But yeah, again, welcome back, Guido. Yeah, me, 72. back with 3 Point Park, and hopefully I'll get strong enough to start competing in these clan wars also, the CWL. Meanwhile, I'll do my best to start covering some of our wars that we're having, good wars that we have against some very competitive clans, and hopefully we're on top with them. Till next time, Guido72, 3 Point Park, out.